Hello and welcome, Prateik, to Expresso.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure's all mine.
So you've been busy, and not just with acting, but I'm told that you've also sort of, opened a few restaurants.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Wow, that question was unexpected. Yes, I have. So a few of us got together and we opened this cute little Italian bistro in Dharamsala. First, it was already a little shack, but then a shack that was cooking absolutely brilliant food.
Mm-hmm.
So a few of us got together and put some money in,
Okay.
and kind of just beautified the whole place, and we made it a bungalow and just a nice little, cute little house.
Okay.
But also with it's technically a restaurant, but we've built it like a bungalow.
Okay.
It's got 2 floors. So that was actually the first one we did in Dharamsala. And then lots of people came in from all over the country, and one thing led to the other. We met some friends in Goa who own a Portuguese villa in Goa, and they are originally from Bombay. It's a Parsi family, but they have the property over there.
Okay.
So we met them, and 2 common friends. They're also friends of ours, and we just put 2 and 2 together, and we thought, okay, we have people who want to put in money. Let's see if we can get a place, and it just all fell in place beautifully. And now we have a restaurant in Goa. So Morgan's Place in Dharamkot, Dharamsala, and Morgan's Place 2.0 in Goa.
Okay.
And it's lovely. It's running like an absolute dream. People are loving it. People who've gone there once have always come back twice or thrice. There's not been one person that hasn't come back. So we're very happy.
Lovely.
Yes.
And are you a foodie yourself?
Absolutely.
What kind of food do you enjoy?
Absolutely everything. If I decide to break my diet, the story of our lives, we have to be on a diet all the time, especially if you want to look a certain way and maintain it. But if I decide to break it, then I will eat anything under the sun. Okay. Literally anything under the sun. Yes, huge foodie. I love Punjabi food. I love Italian. I'm really easy when it comes to food, but especially off on diet. So आप कुछ भी अच्छा टेस्टी मेरे सामने आप लेके आइए मैं खा लूँगा.
So Juhi was saying that
Yes.
you love to have Nadira ji's, biryani.
I do actually. She's a brilliant cook. Absolutely brilliant cook. Yeah, brilliant. Mutton biryani भी बहुत अच्छी बनाती है.
So you enjoy all that when you're not on a diet.
Absolutely.
And right now I'm also told that you're exercising like a very strict control on yourself.
Absolutely.
Not giving into sweets and things.
Yes. So I'm back on the diet, and it's been almost 3 weeks now.
Right.
And I'm actually preparing for a surprise. It's fun. I think with all the hard work and pain and everything, it's all worth it, I think, by the end of it.
Absolutely. Being Smita Patil's son,
Yes.
I think you get a lot of love and affection from the industry, isn't it?
Yes, I do. I'm very, very grateful and fortunate for it. Yes. Goodwill, lots of goodwill, lots of love. And,
In fact, I was told that you, at one point, you met different people to, hear stories about her
Yes.
and, to get to know her better.
yes, I still do that.
You still do that?
I still do that when I meet a close friend of hers, or for the first time, or after a very long time, I always tend to ask, कि कुछ stories बताओ मुझे.
हाँ.
कि अच्छा मस्ती क्या करते थे तुम और mom. बताओ मुझे. So it's very exciting for me. I don't think I'll ever stop hearing stories of my mother. I don't think I'll ever stop. And it's fun for me. I mean, as emotional and as sensitive it is as much fun.
What's the most amazing or moving story that you've heard about her?
She ran away. She ran away from home.
Okay.
Without the consent of my grandparents. उस वक्त जीप हुआ करती थी घर की, पता नहीं, एक ओपन जीप हुआ करती थी. जीप उन्होंने चोरी की
Uh-huh.
घर से, अपने एक बेस्ट फ्रेंड को उठा लिया और दोनों लड़कियां घूमने गए राजस्थान जीप में.
She actually stole
She stole the jeep from the house. और वो घूमने गए राजस्थान. 3 दिन के बाद वापस, 3-4 दिन के बाद कुछ वापस आए वो, 4-5 दिन के बाद, 1 हफ्ते जो भी. और कोई मर्द साथ में नहीं था, तो मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता था. लेकिन she was quite the adventurous one, and that's something that's stuck with me all my life. In fact.
Right. You know, growing up with your grandparents, how was that? Because I know that they adored you,
Yes.
and as do your masis.
Yes.
All of them like sort
Yes.
of really dote on you.
Yes.
How was that? You know, like growing up with grandparents is always special.
Very, very special. I consider myself very, very, very lucky and fortunate that I had their love, because their grandparents' love is something else. It's there's no conditions. There's no key. You know, it's pure love. It's just. It was lovely. It was lovely. Although there was a huge generation gap between us, but just there was immense love, and I think a little over. I was overshowered by love and overprotected. That might have damaged me a little bit, but I regret nothing of those years they brought me up.
You trained to play cricket as well, isn't
I
it?
did, yes. I did, yes. So very strange. My growing up, I actually wanted to be a singer for the longest time, and then that kind of fizzled out. And then I wanted to.
You wanted to be a singer.
I wanted to be a singer. Yes,
Okay.
I wanted to be a rather rock star.
Right.
And that kind of fizzled out, and then I think that phase was, everyone loved Sachin that time. I think growing up, and nobody could see beyond Sachin Tendulkar and the Indian team, and I just kind of got sucked into it, and I wanted to be a cricketer.
Okay.
I started training to be a cricketer. That fizzled out as well, but in a couple of years, the bad habits came in, and just a lot of confusion but yes, that fizzled out, and then suddenly I have found myself working with Mr. Prateik Babbar, who's my mother's very, very close friend.
Okay.
He's like my father. He's like family, and it just snowballed from there. I was doing ad films. It just snowballed. I just started doing films, and here we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there's such an obsession now with celebrity kids, right?
Yes.
Everybody is obsessed with celebrity
Yes.
kids.
Yes.
We see photos of them everywhere.
Right.
Growing up, you
Yes,
know, being Smita Patil and Raj Babbar's son,
Yes.
how was it for you? Like when
It was very different, actually. I wasn't. I don't know if this was a conscious decision or unconscious decision, but I was never really. I was never really kind of not really allowed. How do I put this? I was kind of kept away from the industry.
right.
Kept away from, the star kid who I wasn't just the kind of normal, usual star kid, I guess, who's always in the limelight and being seen with his parents and pictures with the parents and pictures with the. So that because I lived with the grandparents, and obviously there were some complications and stuff. So I was, I think, consciously kept away from that world, and so it was different growing up. It wasn't. I didn't grow up like a star kid getting lots of attention, going yahan wahan,
Yeah.
shoots pe or pictures har jagah. So it was different for me. It was different. But like I said, I regret nothing at all.
How did you get into the movies? Because that was obviously not a plan.
Wasn't at all, yes. I was, like I said, working with Mr. Prateik Babbar as a production assistant. My grandmother actually forced me to go there. I had summer vacations, 2-3 महीने मैं ऐसे free बैठा था, और मेरी नानी ने कहा तुम जाओ, मैंने कहा नहीं जाना है. फिर प्रहलाद सर ने कहा कि you have no choice. Literally मुझे आके उठाया उन्होंने घर से और लेके गए वहाँ पे. And then we spent 3 months there, and I spent 3 months there. 3 months till my summer vacations got over, and then I'm like, I'm really enjoying this, and I kind of dropped out of college after that for a little while, and then I went back to film school. So I did a few commercials there, kuch Kit Kat commercial yahan wahan kar. I was 19 years old, I was very young. And suddenly there was a movie being cast for, it was Jani Tu Jane Na.
Yeah.
And the casting was done by the same person who cast for Mr. Prateik Babbar, and very, very close to him, almost like family. So he said, मैं बच्चे को भेज रहा हूँ वहाँ पे ऑडिशन करवाने, तुम देखो. ठीक है, जाओ ऑडिशन करो. गया मैं ऑडिशन कराने, किया कुछ तो किया और पसंद आया लोगों को. And I'm like, wow, okay. And literally for me that time, it wasn't about, oh wow, I'm going to be an actor. Wow, I'm going to be doing a movie. I'm going to be on screen. मुझे पैसे मिल रहे, pocket money, 50,000 pocket money मिल रही मुझे, और मैं उड़ाऊंगा अपने दोस्तों पर. ये this was my intention and my motivation towards doing that film was literally I'm getting some pocket money, because I mean that time हमारी pocket money क्या होती थी? But we weren't really earning anything, so little bit here and there at Mr. Kakka's view. Like in pocket money, we needed our pocket money, you know what I mean? At the age of 18 and 19 and 20, we were still surviving on pocket money. So कुछ पता नहीं कितने बहुत कम होते थे महीने के, तो ये मतलब ये बड़ी amount होगी.
Right.
तब की was a big amount for me, and that's how we started the first film. So, and then the first film came out. It was a blockbuster. It was bombarding the market, and people kind of took a liking to me, which I'm very grateful and fortunate about. And then Toby God was it just kind of snowballed. Toby God was happening. Kiran was looking for actors. She saw me at the Jani Tu premiere.
Right.
And she thought, ये कौन है बंदा, इसको test कर लेते हैं. Again, I auditioned and I nailed it. कुछ तो सही कर रहा हूँ मैं. In my audition, something right. I was doing something right. Thank God for it.
Yeah.
Thank God and next thing I was doing Dhobi Ghat, and it just snowballed from there. And then there was Arakshan and my friend Pinto and the rest. And here we are. I'm a full-time actor, and I'm absolutely loving it.
It's been a good run, I think.
Yes.
Your father wanted to launch you in a film, and
yes,
you didn't want to do that?
Not that I didn't want to do it.
Right.
I just he said, "नहीं बेटा 25-26 तुम 25-26 तक तुम ट्रेनिंग करो और फिर लॉन्च करेंगे अच्छा खासा ठीक है कुछ तो होगा." But लेकिन फिर मैं I started getting very impatient, to be honest. मैं 19 में यार कुछ तो करना है समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करना है. Then once I started working with Prateik Babbar, it just kind of fell in my lap, and I was contemplative about it, about अच्छा पापा को ये करना है अभी ये करना क्या करें. I'm like, I just go with my gut feeling and do it, you know, and it worked well for me.
Yeah, it did.
It worked well for me.
I think people really liked you in that small role.
Yes. It's so strange. और मुझे अब तक समझ नहीं आ रहा मैंने इतना क्या किया इतना कुछ नहीं किया मैंने. According to me, I did nothing. मैंने कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं की, कुछ preparation नहीं किया. Not, of course, lines learn किए वगैरह, but I didn't really get into it.
Okay.
I didn't really get into the character. मैंने ऊपर वो से जो कह रहे थे अब्बास सर कर दिया मैंने. अच्छा चूहा पकड़ो ठीक पकड़ लिया चूहा. You know, just it was very easy. I wasn't really into it. I got very lucky that people really enjoyed it. मुझे.
But you've had this rebellious streak in you.
Yes.
You know, which is why probably you started experimenting with drugs at a very early age.
Yes, I did. I mean, I guess growing up, you know, finding out my family situation and my personal situation and all of that just got me very angry. And there was a gap that started building between my grandparents and me, and there was anyways complications with my father and that side of the family. But as I started growing older, I just started becoming very angry about the whole situation, and I just didn't want to listen to anybody, and it was a lot of anger and hate and stuff. And तो बस चालू हो गया फिर रास्ता मिल गया नशेबाजी का रास्ता मिल गया वहीं अटक गया मैं. इतने साल अटक गया मैं, एक्चुअली बहुत साल अटक गया मैं. And yeah, I guess you know, I'm so glad it's all over, and I'm so glad I've accepted my situation, accepted all the drama,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with it, and I just want to move forward with a smile on my face, and I'm actually very thrilled because with the space I'm in, I'm very thrilled because I have this zest for life. I have this passion for life, and it's lovely. It's lovely. It's been a rough couple of years since then, but lots of ups, lots of downs. More downs, I'd say, but all of that has added up to this person you see today. You know what I
Right.
mean? So again, I would say this over and over again. I regret nothing except maybe the last few years. I hope, you know, I just wish that my grandparents were alive for just this period where they could see me, you know, working in Baaghi again and doing some good films. And they were very, very unhappy actually because I was obviously going through a rough time, and there was no
Yeah.
work, and I wasn't earning any money, and I was just an absolute mess. And so I wish they were there to see this phase of mine. That's the only thing I would regret, I think, in my life.
You know, one of the wonderful things about this whole experience is that you've been extremely brave, and you've
Yes.
also been extremely sort of candid in talking about it. Not
Yes.
not many people do that.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. I actually, you know, to be honest, the guilt ate me alive. It absolutely killed me. Absolutely killed me because I was an addict, and then obviously being an addict, you can't survive without the substance.
right.
Throughout the day. So even if I was doing maybe an interview with you, I would be on the substance. You know what I mean? But you would have no idea about it. And then I kept living that life for a couple of years, and I'm like, I can't do this. You know, I can't do it anymore. I mean, I'm not myself, and the person across me or the fans love me, and unconditional love just, and here I'm an addict, and I'm trying, and I'm lying about everything that I'm doing, and it absolutely ate me alive.
Yeah.
And that was the reason I thought that, you know what, whatever the repercussions are, whatever they are, I have to come clean about it. I have to let the people know that I am, whoever those people are who love me unconditionally, I have to let them know that I'm not all that. I am an absolute mess at this moment, and I need the people that love me to know about it. And that's why I decided to talk.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to tell everybody, rather just make my life an open book.
Yeah. So Prateik, was Sanjay Dutt, who was the other person from the industry who's
Yes.
spoken very candidly about his drug problem.
Yes.
Was he your go-to person?
You know, it's funny that you ask that because he actually was. I should narrate this incident to you, which will stay with me for the rest of my life, and I have immense respect for that man, and he will always be a role model and inspiration for me. I came out of rehab when I was like 18 or 19. I was out of rehab, and Mr. Dutt found out that I was in rehab, and when I was discharged, I was called for by him. At that point, he was shooting for Aladdin in Mehboob Studio with Mr. Bachchan, and मुझे घर पे फ़ोन आया कि संजू शाह शूट कर रहे हैं और तुमको बुला रहे हैं वहाँ पे. मैं ठीक है, हम जाते हैं. So I went, and he called me to his van, and he sat me down for a good hour, in fact, and he was very emotional about me and me going through what I went through, and he was almost in tears, and saying that he you know, it's not worth it. He's wasted 11 years of his life, and I will never forget that. And he was, yes, very, very supportive and very encouraging and very nurturing, if I might say. He tried to kind of really talk me out of it, but then I just wasn't in that space. I think I slipped back, and but now I'm absolutely squeaky clean now. And again, we are in touch, and I reached out to him again and I said, Sanju sir, it's all over.
Yeah.
It's all over. I'm clean, and I'm on a clean path, and I'm feeling great about myself, very positive, and people are coming around, the work is coming around, and he says, he was nothing but encouraging, and he said, I'm so proud of you, and don't you ever get back there, and I love you, and I've always looked out for you, and I've always, he's always kind of found out what I was doing and stuff like that. So he was very thrilled that I was clean, and we're in touch on SMS once in a while. And yes, he's my number one role model, and
Yes.
absolutely, especially because he's from our industry. I mean,
Yes.
there's people that have been through a rough time with the drugs and alcohol, and broken families and all over the world, and all over the Western industries. But here, Mr. Sanju sir was part of this world, and it was a very similar story. He lost his mother, and so did I, and it's a huge connect for me. He is, and he's yes, he's a very special person in my life.
Absolutely. But you've been really resilient and very sort of courageous, I must say, in the way that you've gone about it and sort of dealt with it.
Thank you.
What is it that what sort of strength does it take to deal with it? Because a lot of youngsters are grappling with these problems today.
Yes, that's an interesting question. Actually, I think I just realized that I had so much more to do.
Yeah.
So much more that I wanted to do in cinema, with myself, with and of course I must share this. I learned the hard way, and I learned the wrong way. I almost lost myself in 2015. 2015 June, I almost died of an overdose on cocaine.
Oh my God.
So that's where it kind of turned around for me. So that was obviously I learned the wrong way. I didn't stop till that happened. Obviously, I was an addict, and jab tak wo hua, till near death, it didn't kind of dawn on me. It dawned on me then, and then I started kind of changing my perspective and realizing that God's given me another chance, and get out there and go for it and get it, get what you want and work hard for it. And that was my motivation, was the second chance at life was my motivation. And so many things, actually, so many things that I wanted to do, and I couldn't because I was an addict.
Yes.
I couldn't. So that's where it all began, and then it was also about making my grandparents proud. But I couldn't. I did, I guess, a little bit by just kind of cleaning up. But then I wish, like I said, I wish they were around to see me working on these lovely films and kind of resurrecting my career and everything. Yes, so that's where I got my willpower. That's where I got my motivation, and my reason was my second chance at life.
So it's totally not cool to do drugs.
Not cool, yes,
Either
absolutely.
ways.
So coming from me, huge no-no. It kind of give, it just stunts your growth.
Yes, absolutely.
in all aspects, you know, mentally, physically, creatively, and I mean, you're clean. You're at the top of your game. You're a great son, brother,
Yeah.
husband, best friend. Um, Great guy to work with.
Absolutely.
Happy-go-lucky, absolutely proactive and positive, it's just the exact opposite when you're an addict and
Yeah.
when you're slave to substance and alcohol.
True. You did mention that in that phase, during that phase, you were at war with everybody.
I was, yes.
You know, pretty much.
Pretty much, yes.
So, does coming together with your family, getting closer to them, your father, your siblings,
Yes.
has that helped?
Absolutely, yes. It has. I'm very satisfied and at peace with my family, and they have. I'm really, really fortunate to all of them. I'm very, very fortunate to, and very, very grateful for all their support.
Do you spend a lot more time with your dad now?
I do, yes. Whenever he's free, I spend time with him whenever he's free. He's a very busy man. He's
So
very
what do you
hard.
talk about? Movies, politics?
Everything under the sun. Politics तो मुझे कुछ आता नहीं है. मैं बस सुनते रहता हूँ उनका. I think it's a lot to learn from him. But everything under the sun. In fact, when we're alone, we speak about my mother, and we get a little emotional.
Right.
He gets emotional also. But yes, everything under the sun, everything.
Do you
Yes,
take,
he's the only biological parent I have left. So I want absolutely no complications there, you know. And I love him. Whatever's happened, good, bad, ugly, he's my father, and I love him.
both your parents were such brilliant actors, or you know, which of their movies do you like the most?
Wow, wow. My father, I loved in all his films. There's just one particular. Mera Ghar Mere Bachche, is it? With my mother was in it as well. I think my mother was in that. Mera Ghar Mere Bachche, where my mother, or one of the two, my mother or father, play a double role. I think, or both of them are playing a double role. But that was interesting because I saw many versions of my parents in the same frame. So that was quite exciting for me. Watching my mother's films was a different process for me. Actually, it was a very emotional process because I'd never seen a woman speak. I've never seen her, you know, just never seen her, you know, in person or just. So it was a very special time for me when I used to watch. In fact, even now when I watch a film, obviously I'm observing her as an actor and as a performer, but it's also. I imagine her speaking to me and what she'd be like if she was around and
Yeah.
how she'd speak to me. All those fairy tale kind of things.
Yes. Are you ever critical of her performances?
I am, but you know what? She is bloody damn good. Oh, she is bloody damn good. I try to find flaws because milte nahi mujhe.
Acha.
She is bloody good. She was something else, really. Magic woman, I call her.
Yeah.
My magic woman.
She was magic on screen for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
You've also branched out into theatre now?
Yes, I have. So I have before. Actually, this was before I started filming again on films. I dabbled with some theatre. I just wanted to kind of expand my avenues as an actor, if you know what I mean, in terms of skill building and because I hadn't done it for a very long time. I was, like I said, I was a mess and absolutely away from acting, and studying it. So and like through this, you know, the resurrection and going clean and kind of finding that motivation, and then I obviously had all these so much that I wanted to do, all these dreams, all these things I wanted to do with myself and an actor, and I thought, you know what, I can't just directly get into films. It's going to be a mission, you know, to suddenly just do a film. So I thought, and I haven't acted for so long, so I started working with Mr. Jeff Goldberg, absolute genius man. What an acting coach! I absolutely swear by him. He made me bloom
Yes.
all over again. Yes, and I owe so much to him.
So theatre,
Yes.
restaurants,
Yes,
and then the movies.
films,
So
and
what can we expect next?
And I'm doing a few web series as well. In
Oh,
talks
wow.
a few web series. Yeah, I want to
Okay.
spread my wings as much as I can. In all the good things, you know,
Yes.
in all the good things, and all the inspiring things, if I'd like to put it. Be self-inspired and inspire many.
Absolutely.
You know, and so yes, inshallah.
Yes.
Inshallah that only good things happen, and that you know, I stay inspired, and I hope that I can inspire as well, and looking forward to this next phase of my life.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, and
Thank you.
all the best
Thank you so much, Priyanka.
for a very bright future. And
Thank you very
I'm
much.
certain you're going to do extremely well.
Thank you so much. Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Please watch my
crossed.
movies.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going
Thank
to
you,
watch
Priyanka.
them
Thank you
for
so
sure.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.